All right, yo. So, real quick, this video is not going to be too long. And if it is, it's not. Trust, it's not. I actually got to go to work. You feel me? So, um, but a couple of things I want to go over here, continuing the spiritual journey, continuing the retention journey, continuing just going within and being high vibrational. Um, yeah, bro. It was some research I was doing yesterday, and a lot of things are actually starting to make sense. Um, the good thing about this is that, like, I, for one, I like to share my perspective on, like, life and, what I experience and what I perceive, what I hear in my mind, some of the dots that I can connect. You know what I'm saying? Like I like doing that, and I like sharing that because it's more validation towards the idea of, like, number one, what we all feel on a collective consciousness, on a collective level, what we're feeling or what we're seeing or what we're experiencing. um, it may seem abnormal, but we all go through it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It may seem like you're the only one in the face of this planet that's going through emotional ups and downs, or just going through periods of time where you are experiencing a lot of wealth, a lot of blessings, like just back to back to back. Um, but yet, even with the monetized blessings, or the things of this world, it's still something that you still kind of like want to work towards, or something that like you feel within yourself, within your, like, your whole being. You feel like there's something more to life than just what we see and what we experience and what we hear about. um a lot of the times when here on this channel, when I talk about, like, going within and being high vibrational, retaining your energy, having and then also harnessing that life force energy, I'm not just saying it just to say it, just to sound good, just to sound different. uh it's my own unique way of explaining it, and this is a real phenomenon, like, across, like, not just with me, but just like with different people who go through who go through the spiritual journey, who practice semen retention, who practice sun gazing. There's so many things that are happening within the body, bro, on a magnetic scale, bro. Like, it's just insane. And every time when I tell y'all to keep our awareness, I always say keep our awareness to the unseen entities that we can't see with our eyes. You feel me? Now, with that being said, a lot of y'all be thinking like, oh, it's just like he's just making up stuff and whatever. So what if I was to tell you that some of the unseen entities actually have names to them? They actually can be described as maybe even a demon. Like, when you talk about the seven deadly sins, or if you talk about the seven, because, all right, boom. So you have, and this is just based on, like, something that came across my etheric timeline, if that makes sense. um it was basically the breakdown of Satan and his demons. And pretty much, like, we talk about, like, being high vibrational, and then we also talk about, you know being in a lower vibration. These entities live in a lower vibration. You feel me? So what are the seven demons, right? And these are the entities, and this is what I'm saying. You have to be aware. You have to know what's happening while you're going through it, bro. Because if you're not aware, one thing about dealing with low vibrational entities and dealing with demons is they like when you're inconsistent. They like when you are idle. When you're inconsistent, every now and then, up and down, they know that you're more prone to make a more regrettable decision in your life that can destroy your life. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, what are these unseen entities? So, boom, we got number one, Lucifer, pride. A lot of y'all, a lot of us like being our pride. And, like, prime example. Um, Even if you look at the rap game, prime example, King Von. he would still be alive now if he wasn't so prideful to want to put hands on Quando Rondo. Pride. Lucifer, that pretty much that entity, that unseen entity, we don't know. I don't know, for example, like how it exactly looks because it's unseen. But I feel when I feel different emotions and feel different vibrations, I can tell like there's a third party that's trying to chime in. So when I feel prideful, like I know it's a part of me or a part of like this energy that is getting me, trying to get me to act prideful, just to be uh you know with that is when you're prideful, like you really just don't give a fuck about nothing else besides yourself. Another unseen entity that may try to mess with your vibration is, and I don't even know how to pronounce them right, but B Beelzebub. It's spelled B-E. Yeah, I definitely messed that up, but it's spelled Beelzebub, and that stands for the demon of envy. Same thing. It's an unseen entity. So when you talk about pride, envy, for Satan, you have wrath. Well, I would say pride and envy would be more so. Those entities they would exist more in the mental realm than here on this plane, I would say, or they would like manipulate. They'll put different thoughts in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if somebody's winning in life and you see that they're winning and you're acting in an envious way, that's an unseen entity kind of like influence you to be in that emotion. And anytime you envy, you actually lose out on your blessing. That's why it's very important to, like, when your friends is winning, when other people in life is doing good, you should actually, instead of envying them, you should be happy for them. And you should also look at that as a sign, as though like God is actually moving in people's lives. You know that God is gonna move in your life too. So it's like, okay, kind of rejoice and be happy for real. Um, the second that I did that, because there's some from time to time I actually would envy on a small level certain people here and there. I'm not gonna lie, but for me though, it's still not really a big deal because I'll be like, you know what? They probably went through something. It is what it is. I'm happy for them. You feel me? But a lot of people can do crazy stuff when driven to the extreme. You feel me? Um, so you got the first. So again, and this is just a quick Google search. You can look this up yourself. They have a lot of breakdowns. They have this whole thing called demonology, which is insane. You feel me? It's insane, bro. It's insane with the amount of information that's out there. People have nothing, have no recollection, have no knowledge about, and they think they're just living their lives and they're in complete control. When really, there's a lot of entities that we can't see with our eyes that's actually doing that's pulling the strings, and we're just in the middle reacting. So we have to just be aware. Um, so you got Lucifer for pride, you got Beelzebub for envy, you got Satan for wrath. So when you talk about wrath, that's just when you are at the extreme, at basically to the extreme where, like, if you're on, for example, you're on retention, something pisses you off, you start breaking shit, you start throwing shit. Um, there's an entity, an unseen entity that feeds off of that energy. Anytime you're in that energy, they feed off of this, right? The next one, the next three. Okay, so here we go. The next three demons, bro, is crazy, bro, because all of this has to do with semen retention. So, and these demons or this energy would try to keep you out of being on retention, or they just constantly want you to release, because they those energies feed off of well, I would say more in particular this one, this demon is called Asmodeus, and that is the demon of lust. That right there, that motherfucker is probably like the one of the more stronger ones, because as humans we like to have sex, you know what I'm saying? Um, and then pretty much like that unseen entity, y'all already know what it is. So anytime you feel like you get like a urge or something, and mind you, bro, you could be high. The thing is, just because you're high vibrational, that doesn't mean like you don't have like quote unquote a target on your back in the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? Um, you can protect yourself, in the way how you protect yourself from these demons and pretty much from these unseen entities is by, number one, raising your awareness, number two, ignoring a lot of these feelings. So you got Asmodos for lust, you got Belvagor for gluttony, and you got Mammon for greed basically. So uh and then you also got Abandon for sloth, which is basically being lazy. So when you're lazy, greedy, and want to eat a lot, it's also going to associate with being lustful. You're not going to want to do nothing but lay around all day, have sex, and have all these unseen entities, these demons, drain you of your, deplete you of your life force energy. And it's crazy because a lot of times that's what be happening, bro. Like we think like, oh man, like we're just lazy, or like, man, today's just not my day. Like, nah, bro. Like you gotta do some energy cleansing, bro. You gotta realign yourself. You gotta get up. You gotta go into the sun. You gotta talk positive to yourself. You gotta get active. This is why I always say, even if you, let's say you don't even like indulge in lusting, you don't indulge in like none of the other like unseen entities, you know, um, you don't indulge in none of that, but like you still just sit and be kind of just lazy or stagnant, or you just like, man, I'm supposed to get up and do 10 push-ups, but I ain't do it in like 10 days. And then you wonder why, like, damn, bro, like, and it's really, it's you, but more so on a, in the spiritual realm, bro, like it's a whole lot of shit going on, bro. There's a whole lot of shit going on. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. That's a whole lot of, you know how you got the ice wall for Antarctica? Spoiler alert, and this is just a theory. You can call me conspiracy theorist if you want to, but I just have a funny feeling that that ice wall is not really just the ice wall. I think that that's just like, that's a part of the world where if you go beyond the ice wall, you're gonna see other continents, and you're gonna see other like civilizations, and it's gonna be insane. That's just my, you know, that's what I personally believe. But like, it just goes to show like how like complex and deep reality can actually be. But if we never journey or venture out to see for ourselves, then we would never know. Like we'll never know, like, oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying, in the spiritual realm there's actually stuff that's going on. Now, just like you have the demons, you also have angelic beings as well. And if anything, maybe in my next video I would drop a video talking about the angelic beings. If you guys want me to, just let me know in the comment section. But this is what I be talking about, like every single day. Like we're experiencing a spiritual battle with our ego, with our lust, with our gluttony, with our wrath, with, you know what I'm saying, our all of that. You feel me? We're experiencing that shit every single day. And low vibrational entities, like, yeah, they gonna mess with low vibrational individuals as well, or people who are kind of opening themselves up to having that type of lifestyle. But also too, even like people with higher frequencies, bro. People with higher frequencies, it calls for like a harder falling or harder landing, like if somebody was to relapse or be inconsistent with the spiritual journey. Again, low vibrational entities or these demons, they like when you're inconsistent and when you don't really have any structure like that. Because 9 times out of 10, the average human being is going to do a regrettable action that it'll almost take a lifetime to, you know, try to repay, or try to, like, you know what I'm saying, like try to, cause really your life will be over type shit if, and I don't want to make this grim or anything, but your life would be over type shit like if you don't gain control over your inner self, um, if you don't start being aware, you might become a victim to things that you don't know. And it's almost like you don't even know what type of battle you're battling, bro. Like you're probably mad at the world when the whole time it was just this one little habit or two little habits that you needed to change. And then once you change that, it's going to change your whole perspective on the world. It's going to change your whole perspective on you. And you'll be able to just kind of operate within the matrix and just being and knowing, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm gonna drop I'm gonna drop another video later, bro. I'm about to end this one for today. MGT with a do, it's your boy Moody Starr, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new, you already know what to do, man. Become a subscriber, like the video, and join MGT. This is a channel where I like to highlight current events and talk about my spiritual walk in this beautiful, fucked up, sideways ass matrix. Now, first of all, I gotta say a special shout out to anybody that's holding on to energy, going within and being high vibrational. Here at MGT, this is what we do. We work on ourselves every single day. Intro for the outro. If you made it to the end of the video, shout out to you. Stay locked in, stay aware, and I'm gonna definitely see you guys on the next video, bro. Peace.